I was tracking a giant beast. I'd been waiting for a chance to pull the thorn out of its paw. Too kind for my own good, I ignored the danger, worked up the courage, and yanked it out as hard as I could. The sharp pain instantly startled the beast awake. It opened its gem-like eyes, letting out a series of terrifying roars. I panicked so badly, I could only throw myself onto the ground and play dead. The beast looked like it felt personally insulted by my stupidity. It let out an angry roar and blasted me straight out of the cave. I climbed back up and glanced toward the entrance, only to realize the beast hadn't chased after me. That was when I finally let out a breath of relief. But for someone as obsessive as me, there was no way this was ending here. After hesitating for a while, I still decided to go back and check on it. I hid near the cave entrance, quietly waiting for the beast to come out. Who knows how much time passed, but the beast finally appeared. It cautiously poked half its head out, sniffed the air first, then carefully scanned the area around it, only after making sure it was safe. Did it limp out of the cave? Before it could notice me, I quickly snuck after it, but the noise I made still alerted the beast. It kept turning back to check, and only after realizing nothing was wrong nearby did it finally leave. By then, I'd already hidden underneath a small pile of rocks. I followed the beast deep into the forest, and that's when I realized it was obsessed with collecting golden iron ore. It piled every single rock together. I hid nearby and quietly watched, and it didn't take long for me to notice. The thorn in its paw was seriously slowing down how fast it could gather stones. It licked its injured foot, then stomped off in a huff like an upset little kid, though it really loved rocks that much. An idea instantly popped into my head. I used vines to hang up a golden stone, then deliberately showed the beast. This was exactly what it wanted. The cautious beast looked suspicious as hell, but before long, it slowly lowered its guard. It limped forward, getting ready to pick up the stone. Meanwhile, I quietly pulled the vines, lifting the rock into the air. The beast immediately jumped up and bit down on the stone. I knew this was my chance. So with every ounce of strength I had, I finally pulled the thorn out. But unexpectedly, the falling stone landed right on top of the vines. Crap, I got tangled up instantly. No matter how hard I struggled, I couldn't break free. Right then, the beast slowly walked up to me, then suddenly bit down. I was scared out of my mind, but the beast didn't eat me. It just wanted to grab the golden stone. It licked its injured paw, then realized in shock that it didn't hurt anymore. After that, it stomped its foot twice, testing it out. Then, the beast lowered its head and glanced at me, almost like it was thanking me. Now that I'd accomplished my goal, I was ready to head home. But no matter how hard I thought about it, I couldn't figure out why it kept collecting those ores, even while injured. Driven by curiosity, I eventually flew back again. But the beast clearly wanted nothing to do with me. It even seemed annoyed by me, especially when I kept rambling beside it nonstop. So I stopped wasting words and started seriously studying what exactly it was trying to do. I discovered the beast would gather aloe plants from the roadside, chew them up together with its saliva, then spit the mixture onto the rocks. Using that sticky paste, it kept stacking the stones higher and higher. I'd never seen anything like it before. To figure out the truth, I started carefully recording everything it did. But no matter how hard I tried to get closer to the beast, it always brushed me off. To make it accept me, I even collected the fur it shed and knitted myself a white sweater. I thought that way I'd look more like one of its kind. But the beast couldn't even be bothered to look at me. I finally managed to build a temporary shelter, but it acted like it didn't even see it and crushed it with one step. It was practically telling me to leave. But stubborn as I was, there was no way I'd give up that easily. I even started helping it stack stones, but the beast still looked completely disgusted with me. Day after day went by. The beast still refused to acknowledge me, and the temporary shelter I rebuilt kept getting mercilessly stomped flat. It was obvious the beast didn't want anything to do with me, until one day, the golden powder falling off my body. I finally caught its attention. That was also the first time. It willingly approached me. It stared at the golden dust drifting through the air, its eyes filled with curiosity. That's when an idea suddenly hit me. I started using the golden powder to help the beast stack stones. Strangely enough, this time, the beast didn't reject me. It looked at me in complete amazement. From that moment on, our relationship slowly started getting better. Even the third temporary shelter I built was finally left untouched. It was obvious the beast had accepted me. Early the next morning, while I was still fast asleep, the beast suddenly woke me up. When I got up to look, I realized it had built a strangely shaped stone tower. I stared at it in confusion. What was the point of building such a massive tower? Right when I reached out to touch the top of it, the beast suddenly wrapped me up with its tail and placed me directly on top of its head. That's when I realized it was planning to take me to the next place where it wanted to build another tower. Along the way, my curiosity got the better of me, and I kept talking nonstop. I even blocked its path, prying into why it was building those towers. Was it storing food for winter? Or getting ready to hibernate? Clearly, the beast had completely run out of patience with me and my endless chatter. It wrapped me up with its tail, then tossed me onto a rock. After that, it shot me a vicious glare. Then, it started stretching its body again. It looked like it was getting ready to build another stone tower. But work this boring needed something to make it more fun. So I sprinkled magical golden powder onto the rocks, making them float into the air. Then I motioned for the beast to headbutt them. The cautious beast leaned in and sniffed first, then gave the rock a gentle push. Unexpectedly, the stone floated away with ease. The beast froze instantly, like an entirely new world had just opened opened up to it, it immediately started trying all kinds of tricks. Not only did stacking rocks become way more fun, the speed of building the towers improved dramatically too. But the more it played around, the more excited it became. Then suddenly, it charged forward wildly, using way too much force. A massive rock went flying straight into the distance. The scattered stones crashed into a sunflower garden and nearly hit the little sprites inside. In an instant, the entire sunflower garden was left in complete chaos.